Hi Aquarius, welcome to your singles love reading for September 2020. This is a love reading for Aquarius single, sun, moon, and rising sign. So if this reading doesn't resonate for you, I encourage you to check out your moon and or rising sign. Also Aquarius, thank you to all of you who have booked personal readings with me. I really appreciate it. It's very helpful and very exciting, so thank you so much. So Aquarius, let's go ahead and get started. The first card you have is the Lovers reversed. This is your current state right now. You're feeling pretty indecisive about what you actually want in love. You could feel that you've maybe had a lot of relationships in the past and it's kind of put you in this state where you're questioning what it is that you truly want. You might feel a little out of sorts, or maybe not confused is the right word, but just it has you thinking about what it is that you really want in romantic connection, and it's kind of like a decision time for you to figure out if you want to pursue a romantic relationship right now. You're not sure. Also, this Lovers reverse could suggest that there might be, even though you're single, this is a singles reading, there might be someone that you're out of communication with, that maybe you came together with this person in the past and you guys are just not currently talking. There could have been an argument or something, and you guys are just not currently in union together. So I see both of those messages, Aquarius. It's like they could be related, where if you are out of communication with someone, it has you really thinking about what it is that you truly want in romantic connection. If you're not out of communication with someone, it could just be that romantic relationship is on your mind right now, but you might not be the most hopeful or optimistic about it at this time. You could be feeling a little negative about it. You might be feeling like, oh, you know, it doesn't really ever work out, and feeling not so bright about it. But Aquarius, it's still the Lovers card, so it's telling me that this is something that is on your mind, on your heart. It's like you do crave companionship, but you're just questioning whether you could really have the relationship that you want, the person that you want. You're in this questioning mode about what is really possible with coming together with a person. Would you actually be able to meet a person that you like? Would it work out? That's kind of where you're at right now, Aquarius. The second card is what you want in love. You got the Queen of Swords reversed. I feel that someone that you were connected to in the past might have been very sharp-tongued. They might have been harsh with you. They might have made you feel bad. They might have been like a master communicator, manipulator, just getting you to think and agree to things. And then afterward, when they leave, you don't understand what happened. Like, they're very smart and thinking quickly on their feet, and they kind of left you feeling like, what the hell just happened? I didn't mean to agree to that. I didn't mean to say that. That's not what I really meant. So yeah, and if it's not a past romantic relationship, it could be a friend or family member where you see how they communicate with others, or maybe even possibly how they communicate in a romantic relationship. It could even be a mother or grandmother for some of you, or an aunt. Not necessarily a female, it could be a male, but with the Queen of Swords, I'm picking up on feminine energy here. Or if it's a male, it's someone that, this is a feminine aspect of them perhaps. But the point is that it's someone that you see the way they communicate, either in romantic relationship or in general, and it's a huge turnoff for you. If it's not that, it's someone that you've dealt with in romantic connection in the past. So what you're really wanting is that it's very clear for you right now, Aquarius, that you want someone who is in integrity, who will speak their truth and be plain, and not try and play games or manipulate the situation. That might have been something you encountered in the past, where you felt like, this person's taking me for a ride, they're making me mix up my words and thoughts. Like, you might have felt that they put you in that state for some reason. But it's really clear for you that you want someone who is very straightforward, who doesn't play games, who speaks their truth, and doesn't try and mess with your mind. You might feel that past romantic connections, people messed with your mind and made you confused about who you are and what you really want. And you really didn't like that, Aquarius. And you're pretty clear at this time that you want someone who is in integrity, speaks plainly, speaks their truth, means what they say, and doesn't play games. That's definitely what you're thinking about right now, Aquarius, if this is your love reading, your singles love reading, that is. The third card is what you've learned in love. You got the Chariot reversed. What you've learned in love, Aquarius, it feels like you have learned that maybe in romantic connections in the past, either you or the person you were with or both of you wanted to move very, very quickly. You know, you felt like you needed to maybe jump into a relationship really, really fast. And that might have contributed to you, you know, it could have contributed to the relationship not working out and or you having not these great feelings about romantic connection in general right now at this time, Aquarius. What you've learned in the past is that you need to take things slow. Slow and steady wins the race. And you've also learned the value of compromise and balance in romantic connection. The Chariot is all about balance. There's the black unicorn and the white unicorn. There's the yin and yang sign in this card as well. So you've learned to take things slow, and you've learned how to be more balanced in coming together with someone. So maybe this means when you meet someone, you know, you're not committed to each other a week later, or maybe not sleeping with each other the very first night or something. I'm not saying that's necessarily what it is. I'm just giving examples of what it can mean for you. It's going to mean different things for each of you, Aquarius. But it's just feeling like you've learned the value in taking things slow and making sure that you're a balanced person inside yourself first before you go rushing toward a person in romantic connection. So that's what you're bringing in any future connections, is that you're feeling really strongly that you want to take things slow, you don't want to jump in, and you want to make sure that you stay balanced physically, mentally, and emotionally, instead of just giving everything to this person, giving them all your time, and or vice versa. Okay, so Aquarius, the fourth card is what holds you back from love, from being open to love at this time. It's the Ten of Wands reversed. So Aquarius, this is what I'm getting with this. I'm getting that you might have felt very burdened for a long time in your life in some way. It could have been work-related, school, family. It could be what's going on in the world this whole year of 2020. You might have felt really, really burdened, and very recently you've turned over a new leaf. I'm not saying you still don't feel burdened, but you've been able to release something. And when you released it, Aquarius, you, what am I trying to say? You increased your value. So you might have felt really loaded down and heavy, and something changed recently, Aquarius. You might have had some kind of spiritual experience. You might have done psychological work. You might have started earning more money. Just getting yourself together in some way. Maybe you lost weight or did something to your face or hair. I don't know. Or it could be a combination of things, but maybe you went back to school. There's something you did that made you feel less heavy and burdened. And this is what it feels like. It feels like you are feeling that you have increased your value as a, I don't know, not suitor, as someone going out into the dating world. And you were like, wait a minute, I'm a little bit more valuable now. You were always valuable. I'm just saying this is a perspective with this reading, is that the energy that you're in is like, I'm a little more valuable now, so I'm going to be more picky. You know, I'm not going to just pick that person or just whoever, maybe like how you used to do in the past. You feel like you've released something and that you're lighter, and you want to come together with someone who matches that energy, who's more light the way that you are currently right now. Maybe you felt really heavy before and you were attracting people that were kind of heavy or had a lot of baggage, and you're like, you know what, I've released a lot lately. I need to be a little bit more choosy and selective about who I come together with. So Aquarius, this is the card position for what holds you back. So I guess the message would be is just make sure that you're not being too harsh and too picky. I think you definitely are within your rights to take this assessment and be like, look, I need to be more selective. Absolutely. But it's just a little bit of advice here is that you might have gone from one extreme to another, and that might be making it difficult for opportunities to come in for you to actually meet someone that you would date. And you know what? At the same time, if it's just not the right time, it's just not the right time. And if you haven't met the person that fits you for this upgrade energy that you're in, that's okay. Maybe it's just not the right time. So keep that in mind, Aquarius, what you want to do with that. The 5th card is present opportunities for love. You got the 2 of Swords reversed. Okay, so, Aquarius, this is not what I like to say in singles love readings, but this 2 of Swords reversed, it sounds like this might not be everyone's situation, but I think for maybe half of you guys, maybe, if the Lover's reversed, you know how I was talking about someone that you might not be in communication with? If that was your story, if there was a stalemate between you and another person, I feel like they're coming back and there's an opportunity to talk to them again. And there could be travel involved if you guys are distant from each other, like you might go to them or they you. Because I feel like this 2 of Swords reversed is like a stalemate has ended. If you were like I said, being out of communication with someone, it's like you guys come back together, which is why that would be in a present opportunities for love. So, Aquarius, I'm sorry. If that's not your story, this 2 of Swords reversed is kind of telling me that you're coming out of a more guarded energy of maybe perhaps not wanting to see things as they truly are. And from you coming out of this more guarded energy, new opportunities will be able to present themselves. They will. So you're kind of in that energy right now where it might be a good energy to maybe try and meet someone because you've kind of are a little less guarded, more open, coming into your intuition a little bit more is what it feels like, Aquarius. You relying more on what you were thinking and feeling instead of so much outside information from other people. That's the other reading of this card, but keep in mind the first thing I thought when I saw this is that someone you haven't talked to in a long time, you guys could be coming back together. So if that's your story, Aquarius, it might be that at this time with this singles love reading, the present opportunity for love may only be with the past person that comes around your way, and you might need to wait a little bit for different opportunities to come after that gets cleared. If that's your story, so keep that in mind. So, a characteristic of a potential future lover or someone you would date or partner, it's the 8 of Wands reversed. So this is interesting because what you learned from love in the past was the Chariot reverse, which means that you learned to not move so fast. And what this is saying is that energy is getting matched or seen by someone that you may come into union with. And the 8 of Wands reversed is suggesting that they would want to move very slow. And it's because you are seeing the value in moving slow, Aquarius. So they're matching your energy. However, this 8 of Wands reversed, it feels a lot more slower than the Chariot reversed. So you might come together with someone who wants to move super, super slow, and it might be a little annoying to you. Might be too slow for you. If your story is someone from the past, if you do have a reconciliation with someone from the past, they might want to move at a snail's pace, and it might drive you a little crazy. So that's what I'm seeing here, Aquarius. If it's not someone coming back from the past, like I said, it's just a potential person you could come in contact with might want to move very, very slow. They might not text back or message back for a really long time, and that could be driving you bananas. It could be something like that with this 8 of Wands reverse. So just keep that in mind. The 8 of Wands reverse might also be suggesting that you might need to let some time pass. It might not be the right time right now to meet someone new necessarily. But this is more about characteristics of a potential lover. So I see it more as if you do meet someone new, they might want to move very, very slow. So just keep that in mind, Aquarius. So for your singles reading, I have pulled a Rumi poem. This is from an oracle deck called Rumi's Gift. If you don't know, Rumi is a Persian poet from the 12th or 13th century, I believe. And he wrote poems about being in love, but there was a higher spiritual meaning to the poems. So this oracle deck has art and a word associated with a Rumi poem. And the card that I pulled for you is disillusionment. So Aquarius, I'm just going to read the poem for you. I'm not going to give any additional commentary after I read the poem because I want you to receive the words and the vibrations of the words and apply them for yourself without me spinning it a certain way or telling you what it means, because you need to see what it means for you. So I'm just going to read the poem and that will be the end of the reading. So Aquarius, once again, the card is disillusionment. Okay. Out beyond right and wrong, there is a desert. The desert beckons us as if it were the oasis. We long to hold one another in its lush grass and drink from the clear spring. The moon whispers in my ear, I have one foot in that desert, but don't ask me to meet you there. For in that desert of disillusionment, just as with right and wrong, you and I and even oneness cease to exist. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope this reading was helpful. If you felt that it resonated for you, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you liked watching this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you so much to everyone who has booked a personal reading with me. If you want to book a personal reading with me, the information to do that is in the description box below. Thank you so much, Aquarius. I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.